How to turn it down.
Good morning and welcome to University Relations Coordinating Your Project with Communications and Marketing. I'm Aletha Rogers, Communications and Marketing Coordinator, and we are going to get started. Let's see, I'm sharing. Yes. In this workshop, we will review the NSU graphic standards for 2025 and the use of the NSU logo, see how to submit a project to Communications and Marketing, and how projects are entered into 5 p.m., and then ways to navigate through 5 p.m., and then review some of our AP styles. University Relations has been presenting informative workshops every few months since October 2020, each one covering a different aspect of university relations and communications and marketing, from licensing and branding to public relations and photography. All of our workshops, including this one, can be found at this address, or you can scan the QR code. Anything representing the university, like a flyer or a poster or lapel button or billboard, anything intended for public display or distribution, should be branded. If its purpose is to represent Northeastern State University, it needs to bear the NSU brand. In the brand style guide, you'll find 3 components of the university brand, and that's the color palette, the font families, and the logos. The 2025 Graphic Standard Brand Guide can be found with this URL, or you can scan the QR code. On page 8 of the guide, you'll find the academic logo alignments. There's the left version, center, and the one-line version. The NSU academic logo is the university's primary identifying mark, just like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. It's the basic element of our visual identity. The logo is uniquely rendered and cannot be redrawn or modified in any way. Page 9 shows more of the academic logos. Approved academic logos can include the name of a college, department, school, organization, or some type of NSU event. Below, you write this below the logo or the mark using the approved NSU font. And there are different alignments here also, left, centered, and one-line version. On page 10, you'll see the academic logos and the color configurations. The logo is to be reproduced so that it is easily seen and recognized. Always place the logo on a solid contrasting background, not on a busy or complicated background or one that you can't see. Use only the color combinations listed here. No other colors are acceptable for the logo. Choice of all black or all white or all green, or with a green clock tower and a black lettering, are all approved. The NSU logo needs a buffer area or a clear space to separate it from the text and other graphic elements on the page. The minimum clear space needed is equal to the combined height of the letters in Northeastern State University. For example, if the height of the letters equals 0.5 inches, the required clear space surrounding the logo is 0.5 inches. The NSU marks, these were originally designed to create a consistent brand for the athletic department. There are many variations that we can choose from now for everyone to provide a design compatible to any application. The 2 image-only logos, the Riverhawks Full and the Riverhawks Head, are for use only when either the school name or the monogram is already presented. For example, if the Riverhawks Head design can be used inside a brochure or on a poster if a logo or word identifying the university has been used on the cover. And the Riverhawks Full logo can be used on a garment, t-shirt, if the university name or monogram is identified in a prominent place, merchandise bearing the university marks and logos must be ordered through one of the NSU's licensed vendors. And here you'll find, you can scan this code or copy down the URL. These are, and then from A to Z, it'll list all types of vendors that are approved. And you can pick and choose or call them or get, bids on different companies for t-shirts and swag items. So all of the NSU Spirit marks are available in full color, black, NSU green, and NSU Spirit silver or gray. One color, the NSU green, and all black. Logos may be used in all white or either black or NSU green backgrounds. And the white logos may be used on other dark color backgrounds with approval. The two Spirit marks and their variants have been identified for college, departments, student organizations, and university event. These marks are intended for recruiting purposes only. Their application is to be limited to electronic signatures, promotional items, as well as printed and digital marketing material. These marks do not replace the institutional logo, the NSU logo, and should never be used to represent the institution in a formal capacity, such as on a letterhead or grant application or memorandums. Now, these marks are intended to be used for swag placement only. The design is intended to provide a less complex setup for the printers and to accommodate the swag printing specifications that are often more limited. Their application will be limited to items such as pencils and pens, tablecloths, and pop-up banners. A lot of people are using these right now. And then you just put your college or department name underneath. We have introduced 6 Rowdy mascot marks that have been approved for college, department, student organizations, and general use by the university. These marks are intended to add additional NSU branding and spirit to recruiting, retention events, athletics, and other communications and marketing purposes. If you want to have the Rowdy mascot in a different outfit or a different pose, you will need to send your request up here to CM Projects at nsuok.edu. Here are 3 that have been used recently: the graduate, the baseball player, and Rowdy Goes Fishing. We also have custom Rowdy bullet points. They're much smaller than what it looks like here. They're little bullet points. And you can request these also through CM Projects at nsuok.edu. These are kind of fun. Submitting your projects to communications and marketing. When you have a project that needs a good design, and you can submit it to us by going to the Go NSU page and click communications and marketing requests up here on the right side. And that'll take you to a page that shows the whole process for the design work. The first one is you have a concept. It's poster, email, brochure, a flyer. And this request is submitted using the design request form, which is at the bottom of that same page. So you fill all this out and you submit it. And it's a good idea to know what you want and how it will be used. For instance, if you're requesting a postcard to be made, these are printed items with a front and a back to be mailed or handed out, generally 5x7 or 8.5 by 5.5, which is considered an oversized postcard. If you want to email the same information, it's called an Evite, which is one-sided. And here are some examples of recent Evites and postcards our department designed. You can see there's a whole lot of information on the Evites. These are electronic. They don't cost you anything because they're sent through the computer. And then the printed postcards have the front and the back area for postage and address labels, even a message down here. And this one also can be mailed or handed out. Once we have your request, it's entered into 5 p.m. and assigned a project number. In 5 p.m., your request is placed under the info tab over here on the right and assigned to a designer and given a deadline. We put a 3-week turnaround time on all projects from the time you submit it. Here you can see all the projects are listed on the left. And on the right, under this info tab, is all of the information you have submitted on your design request form. It'll also have start dates, end dates, the name of the client, and the name of the project team. If there's writers to be involved, their PRs, their names would be there also. Next to the info tab is the activity tab. This is where most of the work takes place. When you submit photos, they show up here. And when you have a proof to send, it is entered here. And then you get an alert through your email. So when you respond with your edits, it's entered here in the activity section. And after you make comments on your proof, you click the green plus sign in the activity tab, and a box will drop down, and you click that tab, and files and download. Anyway, you click files, and then you download your file, and it'll show up in this activity area. And be sure to send me an email alert by clicking the custom box. It's hiding under here. The custom box, by clicking it, when you open it, you see all these names. So you can check my name and hit OK. And then I'll see that you've sent me something that needs attention. When you're happy with the design, you let us know by sending a message, by clicking the message under the activity tab. I'll get an email saying you're ready for the final file, or maybe you have edits to make, and we do prefer you make the edits on sticky notes rather than typing them out in a Word doc or something. It's easier for the designers to read and really see exactly where your edit needs to go. But once we get the go-ahead, the final file will be sent to you along with printing specifications. So you can download the file and the printing specs and send those to CopyZone or a printer of your choice from the list of approved printing vendors. Later, if you need to make changes, you can use this All Users tab by typing in your name to locate the projects you submitted, because they'll be closed. And so when the project's closed, there's an eye up here, and usually it's in color. And when it's in color, it shows all of the projects that are open. And when it's in black and white, you'll see all of the projects that have been archived, closed. And you can see there's check marks beside these boxes on the left. And so what you want to do is locate your project. So you'll write down the number and then submit it to CM Projects here. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So every few years, we update our templates for the college profile sheets and brochures. So if you have an outdated profile sheet or brochure, please send it to us with your edits, and we'll get it updated. Here are 2 profile sheets, the College of Business and Technology and the College of Science and Health Professions. These were done just recently, 2025. And then when we get them completed, we send them to you along with these printing specs, so you can download the file and copy and paste the printing specs into an email and send it to CopyZone or whichever printer you decide to use. But you can see the template is pretty similar. You can include different pieces of information on each, make the pictures bigger. You could even have a photo over here, but the templates stay about the same. And like I said, every few years we update them. So it's good to be consistent. So one way we stay consistent is through the use of AP Style Guide. We rely upon this style guide in order to stay consistent in all of our press releases and anything that has written material on it. Billboards, flyers, brochures, programs, posters, social media, NS YouTube posts, Riverhawks Weekly, profile sheets, college view books, and so on. One style would be the dates. So we capitalize the names of months in all uses, all the months. And then when a month is used with a specific day, abbreviate only the longer months, January, February, August, September, October, November, and December. Like example, Welcome Week is August, AUG period, 11 through 17, 2025. Do not abbreviate the shorter months, March, April, May, June, or July. And you spell out the month when using it alone or with a year alone. Example, it snowed in February, you spell it out. Or for instance, August 2024 was a hot month, so you'd spell that out. You spell out numbers 1 through 9 and use figures for 10 and above.
I did not know that.
Times, we use figures except for noon and midnight. Avoid using zeros like 1:00. Instead, use 1 P period M period. Good examples: 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3:30 p.m. 4 o'clock's acceptable, but time listing with AM and PM are preferred. Use commas to separate elements in a series, but don't put a comma before the conjunction in most series. Example, drama students receive hands-on practical training in all areas of technical theater, performance and directing through activities in traditional theater, film, dance, and improvisation.
I disagree because dance should have one that separates.
Somebody
it.
needs to mute their mic. Spell it out. We spell out the names of all U.S. states when used in the body of a story. Example, they moved from Linden, Kansas, but now live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So Kansas is spelled out, Oklahoma is spelled out. Spell out the name of our college, Northeastern State University, the first time it is used in a story, and then we use NSU afterwards. So sometimes your department is in a hurry to get out a flyer or a poster, a social media post, and you need to have us approve the design so it's consistent with all of our things that we just mentioned. If you have designed something and you're using the NSU logo, please submit it to us for approval at this address. It's like everything goes to this address. We will get back to you very quickly with any suggested edits or our approval. And then if there's edits, then you send back the edited version and eventually it's approved and you can send it on out. Currently, we're working on a page for Q&A for University Relations homepage that will cover a lot of common questions we get. But if you have any questions, please ask or send them here to cmprojects@nsuok.edu. For instance, where do we send our flyer, poster, and social media posts for approval? You send it to us. Okay. So I want to thank you for joining us on this workshop, and others may be viewed at this address, or you can view the QR code. So now I guess, want to see if anybody has any questions. So you see a chat. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just all the stuff that's listed. Okay.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is Janet. I said, I put it in the chat. So when it comes to 5 p.m., we don't actually load anything into that. You guys will put it in there, and then we go in there to make our edits or approvals and things like that.
Right. Yeah. And we communicate with you through the email, and it'll show a link. It says to look at this in 5 p.m., click this link, and then you'll be able to open up and see the project. But yeah, right. When you fill out the design request form or send something through CM Projects, I enter it into 5 p.m. I assign it a number, and then
Right.
I contact you immediately unless I forgot. But I try to contact
Right.
everybody right away and let them know, it's in 5 p.m. This is the number. It's been assigned a designer, and as soon as we get it approved, we send it to you. And then you'll get an alert through your email that we have sent you something that you can open up and look at. And if you have edits, that's when we really like it if you can use your comment section that's often just right there on your screen, or you can open up the window down here on the bottom of the computer and find Adobe Acrobat and download your project and make comments that way, and then send that to us. And so you would just send it right back the same way you got it. And
Okay.
it kind of keeps it all coordinated. And then once we get it all ready, we'll send it to you if it's to be printed, and we'll have the printing specs for you. And you send it on to the printer at that time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was
And
just
then if you need it later, that's when I was saying go to the 5 p.m. and
Right.
turn that I to black and white and type in your name if your name was on that project, and it'll take you right to it. And then you can say, oh, I have number 542 I need opened up and changed. And then that'll alert me when you click my name on that comment box.
Okay, so I'm fairly new and I'm looking at some of the slick sheets for College of Education. And if I have edits, I don't have the original document in 5 p.m. So can I email you guys and say, hey, can you send me this one and I'll make my changes on it?
Absolutely.
Or how do you, okay, do it that way instead of
Mhm,
just,
mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, on anything, the profile sheets, or even if you had a old poster or flyer that you need changed
Wonder
that we
certainly,
made, if we made it, you just download it and send it to me. You can send it straight through CM Projects, that same address. Yeah,
Okay.
I check that like all day long.
I think I'm gonna take
Okay.
these links and just create a communications and marketing page with all the links on it.
Good idea.
And that way I know where to look for these, because you can go to the marketing page,
Mhm,
but then to know where to go.
mhm.
Yeah, thanks for sharing those links. That was awesome.
Okay, cool. Cool. I hope this was helpful. We get a lot of people turnovers and new folks, and so this is a good refreshment for a lot of people, and then something new for a lot of people. But you can always call me and ask me a question. 5 p.m. can be kind of daunting. We prefer, if we've done the project, that we do the corrections just to stay consistent with our brand. Anybody else? Well, I appreciate everyone joining us. It was 24 minutes spent, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right.
That was short, wasn't it?